Hey guys, we're gonna go have lunch with Katherine. Katherine, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. She's one of our newer vendors at the Southside Investment Club. And look at that smile. She's a hard-working gal, and I just wanted to go have lunch with her. She's neat and has a lot to say. So we're gonna go have some lunch, do a quick little vlog here. It's an awesome day here in April.
It is.
And I think it's gonna be fun to get some lunch. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so we have Katherine here, and it's Monday, and all the restaurants around here are closed on Monday. This is about the only place we could find that's open. But she said, you like anything with meat?
Yes.
Anything with meat. So I'm excited to have some lunch. Let's go in.
Yeah.
All right. Alright, so this is a brand new restaurant that opened up about 2 months ago, 3 months ago? Oh, about a year ago. Holy smokes. Well, I've been eating here a lot because it's about the only thing that's new around my office. We have like a void around my office of places to eat. Places to eat. So, alright, we're gonna get some food. Okay, so we're here at Popeyes, and also pronounced Pope Yes.
Pope Yes.
Yeah. Pope. Yes. I don't know. So I don't think got some background music here for vibes. So I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to hear too much of this. So I think what we're gonna do is just eat some lunch.
And then we're gonna go out.
Yeah.
Just drive around.
Just drive around, take advantage of this good day, and talk about some good stuff. Talk about what you do and how you do it, and how you help some of our members, and have a good old time. So let's get to eat. All right. All right, so we just left Popeyes, or also pronounced Pope Yes. And wow, we had a great time, didn't we?
We did. We had a really good time.
So, Katherine, you came over from Kenya about 20 years ago, came to the United States.
Right.
And what have you been doing for 20 years? What do you do?
I began in healthcare.
Healthcare, okay.
I wanted to be a nurse. And
wanted to help people?
Right. And then in 2007, I started doing home health.
Okay.
And then the economy went down. And when that happened, I used to clean people's homes
Okay.
who I was taking care of. And a friend of mine suggested, why don't you start cleaning homes?
Actually, as a business.
As a business.
Yeah.
To get an income coming in while the market bounces back and go back into home health. And 12 years later, I'm still cleaning homes and just, still in business.
Very cool. And so you actually, so you have a wide variety of different clients.
I do. I have a variety of different clients. We do residential, commercial, one-time realtors, investors, just people who need help, hoarders, things like that. Yeah, extreme cleaning.
What's the worst house you've ever seen? Is there a particular client that is just like really messy?
You get those, and those are not bad.
Yeah.
But then, when 8 people spend 10 hours in one house, that's 80 hours worth of work for one person. That is serious. But at the end of the day, it gives us joy that we helped, that person.
Yeah.
get back in the house, considering that it had been, condemned by the city. So she was going to lose the house if we didn't clean it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what we do.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, but you generally love your clients. You have repeat customers and all that kind of stuff.
I do have repeat customers.
Yeah.
I have a lot of those. I've had some for 12 years.
Right.
So, yeah, we do that.
And then recently you just teamed up with Southside and you became a vendor. You were doing business with Lane and a couple other people, and they said, hey, you should become a vendor. And so you inquired about it. And your first month you picked up like 5 clients?
I did. Actually, even when I came to the meeting, I got 3 more interested people. I got another 2 people. Even before the meeting, we cleaned 2 properties for people. So.
And these are investors, so like they fix up a house, their contractors are a little messy, and before they actually put the staging in it, you go in and do the final cleaning and all that kind of stuff.
We do the final cleaning. We also have some where, I don't know if any of your people do this, where they buy a house, it's almost totally trashed, and you want to take the disgusting factor out of it.
Yep.
You want to make it ready for somebody to come in and realize that I have to come in and rehab this house. I have to come in and, gut it and clean it.
Right.
But they don't want to know how bad it was before, so we take the disgusting out of it.
Right, okay. Yeah, so there's a couple different ways. And I'm sure you can work with a property manager or someone with rental property as you turn tenants.
Right. We do that too. Actually, I just came from a meeting with a property here in St. Louis where they just need people in between when a new tenant comes into the property or a new renter comes in, and we clean it up before they move in. Yeah, we do those. Those are the ones we consider one time.
Right.
Because we're probably never going to go back to that house. So that's a one-time cleaning.
But so I wanted to meet up with you and take you to lunch for a couple reasons. First of all, to thank you for your support for the Southside.
You're welcome.
Because our vendors, we're always looking for our next dream client. A lot of the promotions that we do, we try to get people interested to come out to our events who are interested in real estate investing, want to learn how to do it, want to learn how to find the deals, how to get them funded, and all that kind of stuff. And we're looking for people that want to, buy 5-10 properties a year. And the value proposition we have with our vendors is, as we look for our next dream client is your next dream client, right?
That's
Someone who
right.
would buy 5 to 10 properties a year. Maybe you can clean 4 or 5 of those houses.
That is right. You are right. And that is what I told you, that it's like we all pull together. So even as vendors, it's, you have marketing in place where you're bringing in these people. So you find that dream person, that dream client who buys 5 or 10 properties in a year. There's a likelihood that maybe 5 of those properties might need to be cleaned. So there we go.
Right, just like they're all going to need a roof or electrician, or
paint
hot water
job.
heater.
There you go. All these little things. And so we as the vendors come, bring in a certain part of it, and then Southside brings in a part of it, and we make one good team.
It's a good team.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, it does. It sure does.
And so, yeah, I wanted to take you to lunch and say thanks for that, and thanks for your support, and you get it. But also, just to kind of reiterate that, it's not like, you can tell right away when someone contacts us about becoming a vendor for Southside, and they're like, well, what are you going to do for me? And it's like, that's the wrong attitude to take with our club, because your attitude is, awesome, I get it. How do I plug in? How do I do this thing?
Right.
I mean,
anybody who thinks that when they pay for something that they're going to immediately get something out just because they've come in as a vendor or they're providing a service, that I just think is the wrong way to look at life, or even look at business in any way. So, right. But I came in, like I said, Lane has always been a good client of mine. I really liked him. So even when he called me, I was like, yeah, because birds of a feather do flock together. So there was a likelihood that the people he
hung out
hang out with were more like him.
You said that at lunch.
Nice, easy-going people. And I've really met really good people. I have really good clients from the Southside Club.
That's awesome.
That's what I expected.
Because birds of a feather flock together.
They flock together.
And you said that at lunch today is because we were at lunch, and I wish we'd recorded our conversation, but the music was probably too loud.
Yeah.
But we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and we were talking about what does it take to be successful, and the vast majority of people are not willing to do those things because it's hard to do. It's hard to
do to be successful.
It is
lonely sometimes when
because your friends that you're surrounding yourself with, that you grew up with, or your neighbors or whatever, might not have the same mindset as you, that you want more out of life, or you want to get more out of your career or something, and you're willing to take those steps, and they're not. I really struggled. When I started my business, I had the friends I had, and I started this business, and it succeeded from early on, and they just couldn't understand why you spend so much time building that business. There'll always be those people who want to hold you back, who always want, they're afraid of your success because
they're afraid, and you are afraid of where you're going, and realizing that the people that you started with are not necessarily going to go with you all the way. You can love them from a distance. That is what I had to learn, that you love them from a distance. It's not like you hate them or you don't deal with them anymore. It's just that you're not adding value to your life anymore. If anything, they're almost pulling you down. You have to move up.
Because they're envious of your success.
They are.
And you almost have to get new friends and be around people that are going to motivate you and bring you up and say, no, come up here, let's go, it's good. I want to be around people like you that are scratching and clawing and want something more out of life, because that makes us feel good, or not feel good, but it makes us validated that yes, we've done that. I've scratched and clawed for almost everything that I have. Nobody gave me anything, and I like being around people like you that get that and say, I'm willing to do it. I might not be where I want to be in life right now, but I know I'm going to get there.
And you're going.
Yeah.
You're on your way. That's always good people to surround yourself with, because they get it. They get why you're busy. They get what's going on, but not everybody is going to get it. Not everybody is going to support it. Not everybody is going to, be supportive of the fact that you want to take a chance in real estate investing. They're going to be like, the market is bad, the market is good, the market is this, the market is that. You'll always have those people, but if you know that that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. So when you realize that, that's when you start to succeed in life. And you and I talked about it, and we said that you get to a certain place, and some of even those friends that you made along that process, sometimes you have to love some of them from a distance, because you need others to go to the next level. So you might change that a few times, and I have, because it's been 12 years, and you slowly learn how to discern these kinds of people in life, the kind of people you're going to surround yourself with,
and not worry about that. Only worry about what you can do for your own self. Right?
For your own self.
For your own self.
I always say, and I had to come to terms with it, that every so often it's good to be selfish. You have to think about yourself. If you don't think about yourself, one, nobody else will, and two, what are you going to give back? Because if all the time, you're not taking care of you, what are you giving to everybody else? So if you don't give, to yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, and sometimes people think, that's very selfish. It's not. If you don't love yourself, then, or if you don't take care of you, what are you giving?
Oh, I think that's words of wisdom. Recently, I was challenged on this, because up until recently, people would say, "Oh, why do you do this?" Well, it's for my kids, right? I'm doing this all for my kids. I'm doing this for my kids. I get up every day and go to the office for my kids. So, everything I do for my kids, and I just was lying to myself. I didn't realize, no, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me, and it's not just to be running the South Side, or not just to buy some more homes or whatever. I want to do this for my retirement, for my peace of mind, and I don't want to sit behind a desk and clock in and clock out for someone else's dreams. My dream is to be the business owner and to build a business up that runs itself, so that I can spend more time with my family. But I'm doing it for myself. So it's interesting that you're just saying that, and because just recently someone challenged me on that, and I challenged back and said, no, I'm doing it for my kids. And then I really thought about it. I'm like, no, I am doing this for me.
You are.
I am.
I do this for me, and if I ever had kids, I'd want for them to come and stand on my shoulders. I don't necessarily want them to do the same thing I'm doing. I want them to do even better.
And I think ultimately that's
kind of a part of the foundation that I'm laying for them. So.
And that's ultimately what I mean. I in a way, roundabout, I am doing it for my kids because I want my 7-year-old daughter is going to run the company someday. She's smarter than whip. She outsmarts us all the time. She's really, really, really smart. Very imaginative, smart. Just very, the way she looks at life is very brilliant. Mm-hmm. And I want to take her into the office and show her how to do things like mundane things like paying the bills or reconciling this account or doing some things so she can start to learn that. I am doing those things for her because that's going to put her a leg up, because I don't think they teach that stuff in college. I don't think
They're not going to teach you that kind of day-to-day stuff in college. Even, like we said, even doctors, they teach them all the theory in class. They still have to go, when they're done with their 4 years of college, they have to go through 3 years of internship because they have to do the field work. Mm-hmm. So those kinds of things are things that everybody has to learn. Unless someone gives you, or you get an internship where someone is going to show you how the back end of running a business. They don't teach that to you in school.
Right.
They don't tell you the ins and outs. You think it's a 9 to 5? No, it is not. A lot of people think because I own a business, I wake up at 8 and 9, I go to work and, at 5.
Smoke a cigar, put my feet up on the desk and order people around.
And at 5 o'clock I go home.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I woke up at 5 and maybe at 9 I might see the band. And they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Seeing to it that people get work.
Yeah. But it's not all work. We do this because we can knock off some days and go see a movie.
There you go.
Or take a longer vacation.
There you go.
That's why we do it. But in reality, there's times I have to peel my hands off the keyboard at the office to come home. Because I'm like, I'm locked into something. I've got a really good idea and I want to execute it and I want to get it done. And I know when I get into the office the next morning, I'm not going to have the same fire, the same passion for it or whatever. And there's been times recently, actually, where I left the office at 2 o'clock in the morning and I was driving home. I actually got pulled over because I was reaching for my phone and trying to find my this or whatever, and put my seatbelt on, and the cop pulled me over. He said, "You know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Yeah, because I was driving like crap." And he kind of laughed. He's like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was just thinking I was going to get pulled over." He's like, "Have you been drinking?" I'm like, "No, I was working at the office, and we don't have alcohol at the office." And he said, "Okay, hold on." And he let me go. He's like, "Just don't do that again." But it was 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I thought it was like 11. I'm like, I let my wife know. I said, "Hey, I'm going to be a little late tonight because I'm on a project." It was 2 o'clock in the morning.
When you look up, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's time to go home.
Some people are always like, "Oh, do you have work-life balance?" No, I only have work-life harmony, where it's like, it's that time of day.
Yeah.
I got to go home, or I have to put it down and go to sleep, or, you just make a choice, like, to shut it down. Otherwise, I think some of us would just keep going.
Right.
4 hours of sleep. It's like sleep is overrated.
Yeah,
just keep going.
Yeah, serial entrepreneur, where that's all that we think about.
That's all we think about. Right. That's all we do. So
how many employees do you have?
I have 6 employees.
6 employees.
So we're able, like.
Are you a good boss or are you a slave driver? Depends on who I ask.
I am. I'm a good boss, and I'm also, I also give them the work, but I'd like to know what they can handle.
Yeah.
And when I don't think they can handle much, they don't realize it. So a lot of times, like on Mondays, like today, they'll finish early. And for them, finishing early is 3-4 o'clock. They're like, "That's it?" I'm like, "That's it," because I need you to relax, because at this time of the year when houses are going on the market, we're working 6 days a week. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we're working 16-hour days.
Oh my gosh. So you are a tough boss.
I am, but I have a good team that wants to work. That's the most important thing. If they did not want to do it, I'm not going to let anybody go in there and just not do what is supposed to be done.
Right.
I'd rather walk away from the job.
Is that hard to do? Is it hard to find good team members, good people to work with?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. At least you find somebody. I'd like to have 7, 8 people. Had to let go of a few because they don't come in. And the other thing is I've had the other team in place for almost like about a year and a half, some of them. And if they can't come in and, mesh or do what needs to be done, they know what I need and what needs to be done on the job. We usually just let them go. We give them a 4 or 5 days. The first week is trial. You're not hired on. So some of them, within the last 2 months, we had to let go about 3 of them because they didn't make it. But every so often, then you find a really good one. So, yeah.
Well, like I said, I wanted to meet up with you and buy you some lunch and say thanks for your support for the South Side.
Thank you.
And
I'm glad I finally, I finally joined. I feel bad. Lynn had to call me like a few times and I'm like, yeah. So finally he's like, the vendor meeting, Katherine. And I'm like, oh my God, here, take the card and like, just let's do this.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so that's how we did it. Finally. It was, yeah.
So thank you for your support, and to also just to recognize that you are, you come in, and like I said, we can tell right away if someone gets it and they understand what we're trying to do, and you do, and you just plug in and make yourself available and try to add value and try to tell people how you do it and how you can help. That's the attitude to have.
Yeah, I'm very straightforward and I will ask you questions, and I prefer for people to be straightforward with me. What did you do? You bought the property. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be wholesaling? Are you trying to get a buyer? Did you do post-construction? So I understand what level of cleaning you need if it's going on the market or people are staging it. And Lane can speak to this, that
where you absolutely need to white glove the place.
Thank you. And if it doesn't get that, I have no problem coming back if we need to touch it up. I'll myself, I go back. And then if it's, someone is going to rehab, it needs a rehab, someone needs to come in and pull up the carpet and probably put new flooring, then I even will tell you, like, let's do this.
So we got to talking and I ran out of memory space, I'm pretty sure. So just wanted to say thanks for joining us for lunch. Thanks for joining me for lunch. And
thank you so much. I had a really fantastic time.
We had a really good time, and I got to know you a little bit better, know you a little bit more about your business and how you do it, so I can send some people over to you. Right. And thanks for being a part of what we do.
And thank you for inviting me and accepting me to the club.
No problem. We'll see you soon. That's it for this vlog, guys. It was a lot of fun hanging out with Katherine. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.